Here's an example of genetic results for MCL injury, a fairly serious type of knee injury. We found two genetic markers for MCL injury. These are called SNPs for single nucleotide polymorphism. The first SNP is RS803... That's a spot in your genome where people are different. Some people carry Cs, some people carry Ts. Genotype is the sequence of this SNP for this, in this case, C over T. So this person was heterozygous, C from one parent and a T from another parent. Effect allele is the allele we're scoring, and in this case, it's a T. Allele frequency is the frequency of the T allele versus the C allele. In this case, 1.2% for the T allele, the remainder for the C allele. P-value is the significance of the association of this SNP with MCL injuries. This 6e-9 is scientific notation for 6 times 10 to the minus 9, which is the chance that this association would have occurred by chance. So very small, and small enough that this association is called genome-wide significant. Relative risk is the increased risk for a person carrying one copy of the T allele, in this case, twofold increased risk. The other SNP is RS608... In this example, heterozygous again, T over C. C is the effect allele. It happens 4.3% of the time it's a C versus T. Again, the p-value was 6 times 10 to the minus 9. And the relative risk for a person carrying one copy of a C is 1.6, 60% increased risk. Here we show that on the average, people had 4% of people had MCL injury. Now this percentage can be much higher for people playing certain sports. So it's much higher for people who ski or play football, for example. And a person like this, carrying one T and one C, would have an increased risk of twofold and then 60% on top of that. So this would come out to a 14% risk for MCL injury, much higher than 4%. If you have questions about this, send us comments at contact@axgen.us. And remember, we're decoding your genome to benefit athletes.